it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you for joining me again today. I hope you're having a good day. I have 2 videos for you today. It's very exciting. Firstly, I have another Inspire Create Challenge video for you, and then I'm doing my first ever YouTube collaboration global hop, and that will be coming later on today, and it's going to be a different one. So yeah, let me get my brain in gear. I was going to say if you watched on Tuesday, you will have seen my Top Tip Tuesday, but we'll come to that. So today I am going to be using the Cup of Christmas stamp set and the Cup of Cheer dies. Now this stamp set is very special because it is the first of a new style of stamp that Stampin' Up have brought. It's photopolymer, but these 2 images are reversible. Having said that, I'm not reversing them today, but they come on a separate sheet and both sides can be inked up, or either side can be inked up. So you can either have your mug with the handle on the right or with the handle on the left. But you're going to tell me, that's all very well, but how would we die cut them? Because we'll only be able to die cut them one way. No. We have 2 mug dies, so you can die cut them either with the handle on the left or the handle on the right. So you can have them, you know, doing all sorts of things. So fantastic set anyway, but reversible. Love it. Lots of lovely Christmas messages. So some of them are less Christmassy. So this one is sending you a cup of cheer, which could be for any time of year, and is actually what I'm going to be using, although I'm going to be using it in a very Christmas way. Comfort and joy, absolutely Christmas, sweet Christmas wishes, but a really nice set, and one that you can pair up with other sentiments for other times of the year. Lots of dies. So this is a die. You can have florals coming out of the top of your cup. You can have holly on it. I mean, it's just the mind. I am blown away by this set. But let me show you the project that I'm going to show you today. That's show you a lot. So this is it, obviously using this stamp set, and I'm also using the Let It Snow specialty paper, which is gorgeous. Let me bring it out. It is glittered. So can you see the glitter? Can I get the glitter to catch? Oh, I can definitely do it on that. So it's glittered. And it's double-sided, so we've got stripes, we've got snowflakes, we've got snowfall, we've got more stripes. It is just divine. You can get a stamp set to go with this that stamps the snowmen, and there's a punch as well. But a really lovely winter feel rather than a specifically Christmas feel. But we're going for Christmas today. So this is the one that I've made, and as I said, if you watch Top Tip Tuesday, you'll see that I was doing lots around gutting paper, getting the most out of your paper. So that's why I'm referring to this. This is a sketch challenge, by the way, and the sketch is basically a piece with 2 stripes down the side. So really easy. You can put all sorts of things in the middle. So I encourage you to go over to my website, which is linked below, and then you can also, from there, go to the Inspire Create Challenge blog and have a look at all the other inspiration that there is to share. And then have a go! We would love to see your projects. And as I say, this is a really easy sketch. The world is your oyster, as they say. So I'm going to change this up a wee bit. So I'm going to use, instead of Whisper White and the Coastal Cabana, I'm going to go for Real Red, because that is the red in the paper, and a Real Red strip. It's got the trees on the back. So I'm also going to be using, and I thought I had prepared them, I have, so a couple of strips of the white glimmer paper, and I have already done some die cutting, but other than that, we're going to make this together. Now, I would always, on a dark cardstock, put a liner in. Those of you who have come to my website before, or sorry, my YouTube channel before, will know that I wait until I'm about to send the card. I have plain paper fear, so when I start writing on the inside of a card, you can guarantee I'm going to make a mess. And if I haven't stuck the liner in, it doesn't matter because I can just get a new liner. So I don't tend to put a liner in at this stage unless I'm doing something specific on the inside. Anyway, so I've got half a sheet of A4. If you're in North America, that would be half a sheet of your letter paper. And I think for you, that then folds into an A2 card, whereas for international A4, it will be an A6 card. Don't you love consistency across countries? This is, I want to say 8.5 centimetres. And it is. Now, basically what I have done is I have chosen to cut where there's a bit of red. So if you're on the North American letter size, you're going to want it a bit wider because your cards are wider. So just add an extra return of patterning or something like that. Okay, so let's get started on putting it all together. The first thing I'm going to do is stick together my candy cane and my mug. So 2 of the dies make up the candy cane, she says, then bringing in the mug. So we've got the candy cane that does the stripe and the candy cane that is the backer. And then for the mug, we've got the peppermint stripe. We've also got, although I'm not using it today, pull it off the sheet, a floral, which would be really pretty as well. But as I say, I'm going for candy canes today, so candy canes is what we're doing. So I've done some in the red glimmer paper. This is in the autumn winter catalogue, and some in the white glimmer paper. And get rid of those. Now I've got a pair of craft tweezers, which are the ones that you push to open, because what I need to do is add glue to the back of this. So I'm going to be talking to you as I do this so that you are just, you know, it's not just me doing gluing. So earlier this week, in fact on the 1st, where are we? This is Wednesday, so it's the 2nd. On the 1st of October, all Stampin' Up demonstrators started a new year. Our Stampin' Up year runs from the 1st of October to the 30th of September. So we're all back to starting points. So things like earning incentive trips, those sort of things, all go back to 0 today. So it's all yesterday. So it's a fairly scary time of year. But equally, new year, new challenges. So all good. But it's also a really, really good time to sign up because, sorry, I'm going to concentrate for a moment. If you join a team at the beginning of a quarter, you get that quarter in effect free. So Stampin' Up work on quarterly minimums, not monthly, quarterly minimums. But when you first join, you get your first quarter off, as it were. So if you're worried about hitting your minimums, don't. You would have at least 6 months. And if you're a little off by the end of, I kid you not, March, that Stampin' Up would also give you April to catch up. In fact, even if you're more than a little off, they will give you until the end of April to catch up. So the beginning of a quarter is a fantastic time to join. Also, we've got, as demonstrators, we get to pre-order things that are coming, that are new. And we have got, as of yesterday, we can select the new trimmer blades. Yes, I have ordered it. Can't wait for it to arrive. I want to play. And we've also got a new suite, and it's It's got lots of things in it. You can either buy it as a full suite or you can buy the individual bits when it comes through. But we can certainly buy it bits and pieces at the moment. And it's got, designer series paper. Sorry, specialty designer series paper. A stamp set that has got both photopolymer and red rubber. Matching dies. And it's going to be released to the public, so customers, on the 1st of November. If I've got my dates right, I'll make sure it's linked on my website. All the details are on my website. So I'm just putting some tear and tape down the sides here. But yes, so we can pre-order it, and it's going to be, rather than being time limited, so rather than being available for November, it's going to be available until while stocks last. So if it's very popular, it'll go very quickly. If it's popular but not as popular, it will go more slowly. So I think it's going to be popular. It's called Christmas Rose, I think. So it's florals. It's gorgeous, and is going to be one of those sets that isn't just for Christmas. So yeah, I can see it being a one of those ones that stays for a long time. I just did 1 centimetre strips, so something between 1/4 and 1/2 an inch. So let's be accurate, let's say 3/8 of an inch. And then just have a little bit sticking out each side so you've got that glimmer. Then add some more tear and tape to stick the whole thing down. But yes, so as a new demonstrator, you would be able to put those items in your starter kit. You can put up to £130 of product of your choice. You don't have to get a starter kit that has been preordained. You get a starter kit that you want. So, yeah. I've not put this piece of tear and tape to the bottom because the piece of paper is long. So I'm going to be trimming it down, so I didn't want to be trimming the adhesive away. So all the details about joining my team are on my website, which is linked below. There's also a link below for joining my team. Do remember, if you would like to order from me and you're in the UK, then if you use the host code, you get to share in host rewards. And you can join my team if you are in one of the European countries. So France, Germany, Austria, the Netherlands, or obviously the UK. I already have team on mainland Europe, so you would not be alone. And we get together by Facebook Live every month as well as meeting up at team and stamping up events. Right, so having stuck this down, I'm going to just trim the little bit that's sticking out the bottom. This is 6 inches long, this piece of paper. It just needs to be slightly longer than your card base. It's easier to not have to line up top and bottom, but to then just trim away than to line up top and bottom. So yeah, so these are now kind of ready to go and we'll be popping on there. But we also need to do the stamping. So I've got a piece of real red cardstock, and the sentiment is already mounted up and it's sending you a cup of cheer. Embossing buddy, if you know me, you will know that it sits on top of my Versamark, which I keep upside down, so it's always there so I don't forget. And then just stamp, hold, give it a reasonable amount of pressure. It is photopolymer. If you're on a piercing mat, you don't have to give quite so much pressure, but it's worth giving a bit of an oomph to it. Then let me grab a piece of scrap paper, because I'm going to be using the wonderful Shimmer White embossing powder, which is in the annual catalogue. There's Shimmer White and Shimmer Black. They are to die for. Perfect for this time of year, because you can not only do winter, Christmassy things with the white, but with the black you can do Halloween. So yeah, great for this time of year. and not expensive. A great thing to just, if you're putting an order in, just add them to your order. Right, okay, embossing gun. So we're going to get loud. I'll heat it up under my desk so it's not quite so loud. Bring in my cheese board. Gosh, my brain's not working today. Okay, pop that under there and now, can I get the sparkle to pick up? I hope I can. It's very difficult. I've got a tiny weeny little screen that I can see, so I can't tell whether I'm picking up the sparkle, but it is gorgeous. I'm using the, I want to say Storytime punch. I will list it below and on my website, so you'll know which one it is. I'm sure it is Storytime. And this just fits. Actually, I want to come across a wee bit more. Oop. There we go. And then a piece of, I was going to say scrap, it is very scrappy. A piece of scrap of the white to add behind it. Now, what I'm going to be doing is cutting this in half. And then I'll pop, I think, a little bit of tear and tape. Actually, no, I might use some glue dots. I just want a couple of glue dots on the back at the top, just so that that doesn't flap around, so top and bottom. And then I can stick everything together with, with dimensionals. So I'm just going to pop that so there's a little bit showing, just to give it a bit of a punch. Give my punched piece a bit of a punch. Sorry, that's very sad, isn't it? And then you can actually just see these ends, so what I'm going to do is just very carefully trim them round so that the shape still sort of continues, but you don't get the square end sticking out. That one I think is all right. And then get rid of those. Somewhere I had dimensionals. There we are. Then I can stick them down properly. Just make sure that's all right. Yep. On the back, just by covering up the seam, and then just to make sure that we don't split that out, I'll pop another one on. So I'm going to pop that down first. Ooh. Now, have I got enough of these to put these on? So these are the glitter dots from the annual catalogue, but I've also got the ones from the Twirl Tidings. No, I don't really want green. We'll go with, and I don't think red on red works. So what I think I will do is just use a large one rather than 3 smaller ones. I think I'll just use one large one because I don't have enough of the small ones to do 4. So there we go. And because this is Coastal Cabana, it matches the paper. Right, okay, so a longer video than I was intending. Sorry for that. As I say, there's another one this afternoon, and we are not doing Christmas, but I'm sort of doing something a little different with the stamp set that we're using. So do come and have a look at that. I'm going to add my candy cane to my mug with a piece of tear and tape, which is just a wee bit too long, but that's all right. We can tear that off, and I'll get rid of that. Don't think I'll use that for anything else. It's too small for anything. A little bit there, and a glue dot for the top of my candy cane. Peel these off. And then we will be done. So I'm going to tuck this in just behind the sentiment. And there we go. My 2 cup of cheer cards. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you found it interesting seeing actually using the technique that I was showing you on Tuesday. I love this set. I think this is going to be one of those ones that you can use, as I say, all year round, because a mug is a mug. So you can use any sentiment to go with it. Thank you very much indeed for watching. If you don't already subscribe, please hit the subscribe button. If you've enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you've got any questions or comments, you can leave those below. And as I say, hop over to my website and have a look at the Inspire Create Challenge inspiration that you can get linked from there. And I look forward to seeing you again later this afternoon. Thanks a lot.